Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed parishioners, it is truly an honor to stand before this learned and elite group today to reflect on a profound passage from the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 9, verses 18 to 20, which recounts Peter's proclamation of faith. Before we dive into this passage, let's set the stage. In the preceding verses of chapter 9, we witness Jesus' miraculous feeding of the 5,000, an event that demonstrates his divine power and compassion. It's in this context that we find our passage today, which is a pivotal moment in the journey of faith. The question of identity. In this passage, Jesus asks his disciples, "Who do the crowd say that I am?" He prompts them to reflect upon the public perception of his identity. This question serves as a reminder for us to consider how we perceive Jesus in our lives. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 16 verse 16, we see Peter's response, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." It is a moment of profound revelation. Faith in revelation. Peter's proclamation is an example of profound faith and a direct revelation from God. It reminds us that faith is a gift, and we, like Peter, should be open to receiving it. Let us also remember the words of St. Augustine, "Faith is to believe what we do not see, and the reward of this faith is to see what we believe." The rock on which the church is built. Jesus, in response to Peter's proclamation, says, "You are Peter, and on this rock, I will build my church." This statement underscores the foundational role of Peter in the early church. It reminds us of the significance of the papal office. As Pope Francis once said, the church is not a museum of saints but a hospital for sinners. This reminds us that Peter, despite his flaws, was chosen to lead the church, just as we, despite our imperfections, are called to serve God in our unique ways. The power of keys. In the passage, Jesus gives Peter the keys of the kingdom of heaven. This imagery symbolizes the authority given to Peter and, by extension, to the church, to forgive sins. This reflects the importance of the sacrament of reconciliation in our lives, allowing us to experience God's mercy. In the Gospel of John chapter 20 verse 23, we find a parallel when Jesus breathes on the disciples, saying, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven them." Our call to proclaim. Peter's confession of faith is not only his alone, it is a model for us all. Just as Peter proclaimed Jesus as the Christ, we are called to share our faith in our daily lives. In our Indian context, as we face the challenges of our times, let us be inspired by the words of Saint Mother Teresa, "Spread love everywhere you go, let no one ever come to you without leaving happier." Let our proclamation of faith bring hope, joy, and comfort to those we encounter. In conclusion, my dear parishioners, let us reflect on Peter's proclamation of faith as a call to deepen our own faith. Let us be open to the gift of faith, recognizing Jesus as the Christ, and continue to build his church through our service and love. As Pope Francis has reminded us, faith is not a light that scatters all our darkness, but a lamp that guides our steps in the night. May we allow our faith to be that guiding light in our lives and in our beloved Kerala, shining amidst the current affairs and challenges we face. God bless you all.
വചനവയൽ ആപ്പ് എക്കാലത്തെയും വചന പഠനത്തിനുള്ള ബൈബിൾ ക്വിസുകൾക്കുള്ള ഉത്തമ സഹായി. ഇന്നു തന്നെ ഗൂഗിൾ പ്ലേ സ്റ്റോറിൽ നിന്ന് വചനവയൽ ആപ്പ് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്ത് വിവിധ ക്വിസുകൾക്കായി പഠിക്കാൻ ഈ ബുക്കുകൾ സ്വന്തമാക്കൂ. ലോഗോസ് ക്ലബ് അംഗത്വമെടുത്ത് ലോഗോസിനായി ഒരുങ്ങാം. വചനവയൽ യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്ത് മത്സര റിസൾട്ടുകൾ ആദ്യം അറിയാം. www.vajanavayal.com എന്ന സൈറ്റിലും ഈ ആപ്പ് ലഭ്യമാണ്. എക്കാലത്തെയും ബൈബിൾ ക്വിസുകൾക്കും സഭാവിജ്ഞാന ക്വിസുകൾക്കും പരീക്ഷകൾക്കും വേദപാഠ പരീക്ഷകൾക്കും സഹായിക്കുന്ന 1,00,000-ൽ പരം ചോദ്യോത്തരങ്ങൾ. എക്കാലത്തെയും ബൈബിൾ ക്വിസുകൾക്കായുള്ള പഠന സഹായം വചനവയൽ ആപ്പ്.